Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fathan Abd. I'm from class RPL, and I want to tell you about my presentation. It's a time of 10 best stories in United States. This is New York. The city of New York, often called New York City or simply New York, is the most populous city in the United States with an estimated 2017 population of the distributed over a land area of about 2,000 square mile and 784 kilometers. New York City is also the most densely populated major city in the United States, located at the southern tip of the state of New York. The city is the center of the New York metropolitan area, the largest metropolitan area in the world by urban landmass and one of the world's most populous megacity, with an estimated 2,000 people in its 2017 metropolitan statistical area and 25 resident in its combined statistical area. A global power city, New York City has been described uniquely as the cultural, financial, and media capital of the world and exerts a significant impact upon commerce, entertainment, research, technology, education, politics, tourism, art, fashion, and sport. The city fast pace has inspired the term New York Minutes. Home to the headquarters of the United Nations, New York is an important center for international diplomacy. Okay, next. This is Las Vegas. Las Vegas, officially the city of Las Vegas and often known simply as Vegas, is the 28th most populated city in the United States, the most populated city in the state of Nevada, and the county seat of Clark County. The city anchors the Las Vegas Valley metropolitan area and is the largest city within the Greater Mojave Desert. Las Vegas is an internationally renowned major resort city, known primarily for its gambling, shopping, fine dining, entertainment, and nightlife. The Las Vegas Valley as a whole serves as the leading financial, commercial, and cultural center for Nevada. The city bills itself as the entertainment capital of the world and is famous for its mega casino hotel and associated activity. It is a top 3 destination in the United States for business, convention, and a global leader in the hospitality industry, claiming more AAA 5-diamond hotels than any other city in the world. Today, Las Vegas annually ranks as one of the world's most visited tourist destinations. The city, tolerant for numerous forms of adult entertainment, earned it the title of Sin City and has made Las Vegas a popular setting for literature films, television programs, and music video. Okay, this is Los Angeles. Los Angeles, officially the city of Los Angeles, and now colloquially by its initial LA, is the second most populous city in the United States. After New York City, as the larger and most populous city is the Western United States, with an estimated population of 4 million. Los Angeles is the cultural, financial, and commercial center of Southern California. Nicknamed the City of Angels, partly because of its name's Spanish meaning. Los Angeles is known for its Mediterranean climate, ethnic diversity, Hollywood, and the entertainment industry. And sprawling metropolis, Los Angeles is located in a large basin bounded by the Pacific Ocean on one side and Bay Mountain except 100 feet or 300 meters on the other. The city proper, which covers about 569 square miles or 32 kilometers, is the seat of Los Angeles County, the most populated county in the country. Los Angeles is the principal city of the Los Angeles metropolitan area, with a population of 31 million residents. It is is the second largest in the United States after that of New York City. It is part of the Los Angeles Long Beach Combined Statistical Area, also the second most populous in the nation with a 2015 estimated population of 2,000 million. Okay, next. This is Washington DC. Washington DC, formerly the District of Columbia and commonly referred to as Washington or DC, is the capital of the United States, founded after the American Revolution as the seat of government of the newly independent country. Washington was named after George Washington, first president of the United States and founding father. Washington is the principal city of the Washington metropolitan area, which has a population of 2677 as the seat of the United States, federal government, and several international organizations. The city is an important world political capital. Washington is one of the most visited cities in the world, with more than 20 million annual tourists. The signing of the Residence Act on July 16, 116 approved the creation of a capital district located along the Potomac River on the country's coast. The U.S. Constitution provides for a federal district under the exclusive jurisdiction of the Congress, and the district is therefore not a part of any state. The state of Maryland and Virginia each donate land to form the federal district, which include the pre-existing settlement of Yorktown and Alexandria. The city of Washington was founded in 2091 to serve as the new national capital. Later, in 1946, Congress returned the land originally ceded by Virginia. In 1971, it created a single municipal government for the remaining portion of the district. Okay, next. This is Miami. Miami, officially the city of Miami, is the cultural, economic, and financial center of South Florida. Miami is the seat of Miami-Dade County, the most populous county in Florida. It covers an area of about 56 square miles of 147 kilometers. Between the Florida Everglades to the west and Biscayne Bay on the east, Miami is also the sixth most densely populated major city in the United States. The Miami metropolitan area is home to 71 million people and the seventh largest metropolitan area in the nation. Miami's metro area is the second most populous metropolis in the southeastern United States and fourth largest urban area in the U.S. Miami is a major center and a leader in finance, commerce, culture, media, entertainment, the arts, and international trade. The Miami metropolitan area is by far the largest urban economy in Florida and 12th largest in the United States with a GDP of 2 billion as of 2017. In 2012, Miami was classified as an ALPA level world city in the World City Studies Group inventory in 2010. Miami ranked 7th in the United States and 33 among global cities in terms of business activity, human capital, information exchange, cultural experience, and political engagement. Okay, next. This is Atlanta. Atlanta is the capital of and the most populous city in the U.S. state of Georgia. With an estimated 2017 population of 39,015, it is also the 39th most populous city in the United States. The city serves as the cultural and economic center of the Atlanta metropolitan area of the 58 million people and the largest metropolitan area in the nation. Atlanta is the seat of Fulton County, the most populous county in Georgia. A small portion of the city extends eastward into neighboring DeKalb County. Atlanta was found as a transportation hub and the intersection of two railroad lines in 2037. After being mostly burned to the ground during the American Civil War, the city rose from its ashes to become a national center of commerce and the unofficial capital of the New South. During the 1915 and 1916, Atlanta became a major organizing center of the civil rights movement, with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Ralph David Abernathy, and many other locals playing major roles in the movement leadership. In the decades following, the city earned its reputation as the base to hate for the relatively progressive views of its citizens and leaders compared to other cities in the Deep South. During the modern era, Atlanta has attained international prominence as a major air transportation hub, with Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport being the world's busiest airport with passenger traffic since 178. Okay, next. Okay, San Diego. San Diego is a city in the United States of California. It is in the San Diego County off the coast of the Pacific Ocean in southern California, approximately 1 mile and 100 190 kilometers south of Los Angeles and immediately adjacent, adjacent to the border with Mexico, with an estimated population over as of July 2017. San Diego is the eighth largest city in the United States and second largest in California. It is part of the San Diego-Tijuana Conurbation, the second largest transborder agglomeration between the United States and a bordering county after Detroit, Windsor. With a population of 4,000 people, the city is known for its mild year-round climate, natural deep-water harbor, extensive beaches, long association with the United States Navy, and recent emergence as a healthcare and biotechnology development center. Okay, next. Okay, this is Niagara Waterfall. Niagara Waterfall or Niagara Falls is the collective name for three waterfalls that straddle the international border between the Canadian province of Ontario and the American state of New York. They form the southern end of the Niagara Gorge. From largest to smallest, the three waterfalls are the Horseshoe Falls, the American Falls, and the Bridleveil Falls. The Horseshoe Falls lies off the border of the United States and Canada, with the American Falls entirely on the United States side. Spared by God Island, the smaller Bridleveil Falls are also on the United States side. Spared from the American Falls by Luna Island, located off the Niagara River, which drains Lake Erie into Lake Ontario. The combined falls form the highest flow rate of any waterfall in North America that has a vertical drop of more than 50 meters over 160 feet. During peak daytime tourist hours, more than 100 meter, 6 cubic feet of water goes over the crest of the falls every minute. Horseshoe Falls is the most powerful waterfall in North America as measured by flow rate. Okay, next. Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park is an American national park located in Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. It was established by the United States Congress and signed into law by President Ulysses S. Grant on March 1972. Yellowstone was the first national park in the United States and is also widely held to be the first national park in the world. The park is known for its wildlife and its many geothermal features, especially Old Faithful Geyser of its most popular feature. It has many types of ecosystem, but the subalpine forest is the most abundant. It is part of the zone's Central Rockies Forest ecoregion. Native Americans have lived in the Yellowstone region for at least 100 years. Aside from visits by mountain men during the early to mid-20th century, organized exploration did not begin until the late 16th. Management and control of the park originally fell under the jurisdiction of the Secretary of the Interior, the first being Columbus Delano. However, the U.S. Army was subsequently commissioned to oversee management of Yellowstone for a 30-year period between 1986 and 2016. In 2017, administration of the park was transferred to the National Park Service, which have been created the previous year. Hundreds of structures have been built and are protected for their architectural and historical significance, and research have examined for 10,000 archaeological sites. This Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is a step-side canyon carved with the Colorado River in Arizona. In the States, the Grand Canyon is about 2,000 miles for 40 kilometers long, up to 80 miles to 29 wide. A giant depth of over a mile is a feet of 2,000 meters. The canyon and adjacent rim are contained within Grand Canyon National Park, the Kalbab National Forest, Grand Canyon Parasan National Monument, the Hualapal Indian Reservation, the Havasupai Indian Reservation, and the Navajo Nation. President Theodore Roosevelt was a major proponent of preservation of the Grand Canyon area, and visited on numerous occasions to hunt and enjoy the scenery. Okay. In San Francisco. San Francisco, officially the city and county of San Francisco, is the cultural, commercial, and financial center of Northern California. San Francisco is the 13th most populous city in the United States and the 4th most populous in California, with a total resident as of 2017. It covers an area of about 50 square miles, as a 44 kilometers, mostly at the north end of the San Francisco Peninsula in the San Francisco Bay Area, making it the second most densely populated large U.S. city, and the fifth most densely populated U.S. county, behind only 4 of the 5 New York City boroughs. San Francisco is also part of the fifth most populous primary statistical area in the United States. The San Francisco Oakland combined statistical area with a million residents. Chicago. Okay, next. This is Chicago. Chicago, formerly the city of Chicago, is located of the thoroughfare Lake Michigan as its third most populous city in the United States. As the 2017 census estimate, Chicago has a population of 50%, which makes it the most populous city in both the state of Illinois and the Midwestern United States. It is the county seat of Cook County, the second most populous county in the U.S. Chicago, the principal city of the Chicago metropolitan area, which is often referred to as Chicagoland. The Chicago metropolitan area has nearly 10 million people. It's the third largest in the United States, the fourth largest in North America, and the third largest metropolitan area in the world mainland area. Chicago was incorporated as a city in 1937, near a portage between the Great Lake and the Mississippi River watershed, and grew rapidly in the mid-19th century. After the Great Chicago Fire of 1971, which destroyed several square miles and left more than 2,000 homeless, the city made a concerted effort to rebuild. The construction boom accelerated population growth throughout the following decade, and Chicago was one of the 5 largest cities in the world. During this period, Chicago made notable contributions to urban planning and zoning standards, including new construction styles, including the Chicago School of Architecture, the development of the City Beautiful movement, and the steel frame skyscraper. Okay. This is Detroit. Detroit is the largest and most populous city in the U.S. state of Michigan, the largest city on the United States-Canada border, and the seat of Wayne County. The municipality of Detroit had a 2017 estimated population of 12 million, making it the third most populous city in the United States. The metropolitan area, Metro Detroit, is home to 40 million people, making it the second largest in the Midwest after the Chicago metropolitan area. Regarded as a major cultural center, Detroit is known for its contribution to music and as a repository for art, architecture, and design. Detroit is a major port located on the Detroit River, one of the four major straits that connect the Great Lakes system to the St. Lawrence Seaway. The Detroit Metropolitan Airport is among the most important hubs in the United States. The city of Detroit anchors the second largest regional economy in the Midwest, behind Chicago and ahead of Minneapolis, Saint Paul, and the 13th largest in the United States. Detroit and its neighboring Canadian city Windsor and are connected through a tunnel in the Ambassador Bridge. The busiest international crossing in North America, Detroit is best known as the center of the U.S. automobile industry, and the big three auto manufacturers General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler are all headquartered in Metro Detroit. Okay. Is Maryland. Maryland is a state in the Mid-Atlantic region of the United States, bordering Virginia, West Virginia, and the District of Columbia to its south and west, Pennsylvania to its north, and Delaware to its east. The state's largest city is Baltimore, and its capital is Annapolis. Among its occasional nicknames are All Lanes State, the Free State, and the Chesapeake Bay State. It is named after the English Queen Henrietta Maria, known in England as Queen Mary, 16th of Maryland 23 counties border the tidal water of the Chesapeake Bay estuary and its many tributaries, which combine to tell more than 40 miles of shoreline. Although one of the smallest states in the U.S., it features a variety of climate and tropical typographical features that have earned it the moniker of America in miniature in a similar vein. Maryland's geography, culture, and history combine elements of the Mid-Atlantic, Northeastern, and South Atlantic region of the country. Manhattan, often referred to locally as the city, is the most densely populated borough of New York City. Its economic and administrative center, its cultural identifier, and its historical birthplace. The borough is coextensive with New York City, one of the original counties of the U.S. state of New York. The borough consists mostly of Manhattan Island, bounded by the Hudson, East, and Harlem River. Several small adjacent islands and Marble Hill and small neighborhoods now on the U.S. mainland, physically connected to the Bronx and separate from the rest of Manhattan by the Harlem River. Manhattan Island is divided into three informally bounded components, each aligned with its long axis: Lower Manhattan and Upper Manhattan. This is okay. Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge spanning the Golden Gate, the 1 mile wide strait connecting San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean. The structure links the American city of San Francisco, California, the northern tip of the San Francisco Peninsula, to Marin County, carrying both West Road 2000 and California State Road 1 across the strait. The bridge is one of the most internationally recognized symbols of San Francisco, California, and the United States. It has been declared one of the wonders of the modern world by the American Society of Chief Engineers. The former travel guide described the Golden Gate Bridge as possibly the most beautiful, certainly the most photographed bridge in the world. At the time of its opening in the 37, it was both the longest and the tallest suspension bridge in the world, with a main span of the per feet is 20 meters and total height on feet meter. Okay, this is Walt Disney. The Walt Disney World Resort, also called Walt Disney World and Disney World, is an entertainment complex in Bay Lake and Lake Buena Vista, Florida, in the United States, near the cities Orlando and Kissimmee. Opened on October 2071. The resort is owned and operated by Walt Disney Park Experience and Consumer Product and division of the Walt Disney Company. It was first operated by Walt Disney World Company. The property covered nearly 2,000 acres, located on 1,000 kilometers, and only half of it has been used. Comprised 4 theme parks, 2 water parks, 27 theme resort hotels, 9 non-Disney hotels, several golf course, and a camping resort, and other entertainment venues, including the outdoor shopping center Disney Springs. Okay, this is Florida Keys. The Florida Keys are Coral Cay archipelago located off the southern coast of Florida, forming the southernmost portion of the continental United States. They begin at the southeastern coast of the Florida Peninsula, about 15 miles, 24 kilometers south of Miami, and extend in a gentle arc south-southwest and the westward of Key West. The westernmost of the inhabited island, and on to the uninhabited Tortugues, the island is along the Florida Strait, dividing the Atlantic Ocean to the east from the Gulf of Mexico to the northwest, and defining on the edge of Florida Bay at the nearest point. The southern part of Key West is just 90 miles out of 1,050 kilometers from Cuba. The Florida Keys are between about 23 and 25 degrees north latitude. White House. The White House is the official residence and workplace of the President of the United States. It is located at 2000 Pennsylvania Avenue in NWNY in Washington, D.C., and has been the residence of every U.S. president since John Adams in 2002. The term White House is often used as a metonym for the president and his advisor. The residence was designed by Irish-born architect Lance Hoban in the neoclassical style. Hoban modeled the building on Leinster House in Dublin, a building which today hosts the Oireachtas. The Irish legislature construction took place between 1992 and 2020 using Aquila Creek sandstone painted white. When Thomas Jefferson moved into the house in the 1907, he was architect Benjamin Henry Lathrop and the way colonnade on each wing that concealed stable and storage. In the 2005, during the War of the 2000, the mansion was set ablaze by the British Army in the burning of Washington, destroying the interior and charring much of the exterior. Reconstruction began almost immediately, and President James Monroe moved into the partially reconstructed executive residence in October. Exterior construction continued with the addition of the semicircular south portico in 2024 and the north portico in 2029. This is Hollywood sign. The Hollywood sign, formerly the Hollywoodland sign, is an American landmark and cultural icon overlooking Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. It is situated on Monley, in the Hollywood Hills area of the Santa Monica Mountains. Hollywood is spelled out in 40-foot tall white capital letters and is 2,000 feet long. The sign was originally created in 1923 as an advertisement for a local real estate development, but due to increasing recognition, the sign was left up. The sign was been a frequent target of prank and vandalism across the decades, but it has since undergone restoration, including the installation of a security system to deter vandalism. The sign is protected and promoted by the Hollywood Sign Trust, a non-profit organization, while its site and the surrounding land are part of Griffith Park. The sign makes frequent appearance in popular culture, particularly in establishing shots for film and television programs set in and around Hollywood. Signs of similar style with spelling different words and frequently seen as paradise. Okay, this is Waikiki. Welcome to Waikiki is a 2018 South Korean television series starring Kim Jong Hyun, Lee Hyun Kyung, and Song Myung. In earlier or GTBC Monday and Tuesday at 2000 KST time slot from February 5, 2018 to April 17, 2018. On June 6, 2018, it was renewed for a concession. This concession will premiere in March 2019. This Seattle. Seattle is a seaport city on the west coast of the United States. It is the seat of King County, Washington, with an estimated 2,000 residents as of 2018. Seattle is the largest city in both the state of Washington and the Pacific Northwest region of North America. According to U.S. Census data released in 2018, the Seattle metropolitan area population stands at 287 million and ranked at the 15th largest in the United States. In July 2013, it was the fastest growing major city in United States and remained in the top 5 in May 2015 with an annual growth rate of 28% in July 2016. Seattle was again the fastest growing major U.S. city with a 2% annual growth rate. Seattle is the northernmost large city in the contiguous United States. This is Philadelphia. Philadelphia, often called Philly, is the largest city in the U.S. state and Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and the sixth most populous city with a 2017 census estimate population of 408 citizens. Since 1954, the city has been conterminous with Philadelphia County, the most populous county in Pennsylvania, and the urban core of the eighth largest U.S. metropolitan statistical area. With over 6 million residents as of 2017, Philadelphia is also the economic and cultural anchor of the Greater Delaware Valley, located along the lower Delaware and Schuylkill River. With the northeast megalopolis, the Delaware Valley's population of 72 million ranked is the eighth largest combined statistical area in the United States. Okay. This is Boston. Boston is the capital and most populous municipality of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the United States. The city proper covers 48 square miles and 124 kilometers, with an estimated population of the territory in 2017, making it also the most populous city in the New England region. Boston is the seat of Suffolk County as well. Although the county government was disbanded on July 1, 2019, the city is the economic and cultural anchor of a substantially larger metropolitan area known as Greater Boston. A metropolitan statistical area, or MSA, home to a census estimate 48 million people in 2016 and ranking as the 10th largest such area in the country. As a combined statistical area, or GSA, this wider counting region is home to some 82 million people, making it the sixth largest in the United States. This is Houston. Houston is the most populous city in the U.S. state of Texas and the fourth most populous city in the United States, with a census estimate population of 200 million in 2017. It is the most populous city in the southern United States and on the Gulf Coast of the United States, located in southwest Texas, near Galveston Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. It is the seat of Harris County and the principal city of the Greater Houston metropolitan area, which is the fifth most populous metropolitan statistical area, or MSA, in the United States and the second most populous in Texas after the Dallas-Fort Worth MSA, with a total area around 26,027 square miles per kilometer. Houston is the eighth most expensive city in the United States, including consolidated city counties. It is the largest city in the United States by total area. Most government is similarly not consolidated with that of county of borough. Houston was found by land speculators on August 2000 and the confluence of Buffalo Bayou and White Oak Bayou. Upon now an inland lane, and incorporated as a city on June 5, 137. The city is named after former General Sam Houston, who was president of the Republic of Texas and had won Texas independence from Mexico and the Battle of San Jacinto, 25 miles or 40 kilometers east of Allen's Landing, after briefly serving as the capital of the Republic in the late so Houston grew steadily into a regional trading center for the for the remainder for the remainder of the 19th century. Is Baltimore. Baltimore is the largest city in the U.S. state of Maryland and the 2000 most populous city in the United States. Baltimore was established by the Constitution of Maryland and is an independent city that is not part of any county. With a population of 200 in 2017, Baltimore is the largest independent city in the United States. As of 2017, the population of the Baltimore metropolitan area was estimated to be just under 3 million, making it the 20th largest metropolitan area in the county. Baltimore is located above 40 miles or 60 kilometers northeast of Washington, D.C., making it a principal city in the Washington-Baltimore Combined Statistical Area, or GSA, the fourth largest GSA in the nation, with a calculated 2017 population of the current Ashkenazi. Founded in 2029, Baltimore is the second largest seaport in the Mid-Atlantic. The city's inner harbor was once the second landing port of entry for immigrants to the United States. When more were coming from Europe, it was also a major manufacturing center. After a decline in major manufacturing, heavy industry, and restoration of the rail industry, Baltimore has shifted to a service-oriented economy. Johns Hopkins Hospital, founded in 2089, and Johns Hopkins University, founded in 1976, are the city's top two employers. This is Denver. Denver, officially the city and county of Denver, is the capital and most populous municipality of the U.S. state of Colorado. Denver is located in the South Platte River Valley on the western edge of the High Plain, just east of the front range of the Rocky Mountains. The Denver downtown district is immediately east of the confluence of Shadow Creek with the South Platte River, approximately 20 miles or 19 kilometers of the foothills of the Rocky Mountain. Denver is nicknamed the Mile High City because its official elevation is exactly 1 mile as a feet or 2,000 meters above sea level, the 105 to the meridian west of Greenwich. The longitudinal reference for the mountain time zone passes directly through Denver Union Station. This is Madison. Madison is the capital of the U.S. state of Wisconsin and the seat of Dane County. As of July 1, 2017, Madison estimated population of 2022 made it the second largest city in Wisconsin, after Milwaukee, and the 2000 and the largest in the United States. The city from the core of the United States, Kansas, from Madison Metropolitan Statistical Area, or MSA, which includes Dane County and neighboring Iowa, Greene, and Columbia counties. The Madison Metropolitan Statistical Area 2010 population was at 593, founded in 2029 on isthmus between Lake Monona and Lake Mendota. Madison was named the capital of the Wisconsin Territory in 2036 and became the capital of the state of Wisconsin when it was admitted to the Union in 1948 that same year. The University of Wisconsin was founded in Madison, and the state government and university have become the city's two largest employers. The city is also known for its lake, restaurant, and extensive network of car and bike trail, which most of the park's system designed by landscape architect John Nolan. Okay, next. New Orleans. New Orleans is a con- consolidated city forest located along the Mississippi River in the southeastern region of the U.S. state of Louisiana. With an estimated population of 2,000 in 2017, it is the most populous city in Louisiana. A major part, New Orleans is considered an economic and commercial hub for the broader Gulf Coast region of the United States. New Orleans is well renowned for its distinct music, cuisine, a unique dialect, and its annual celebration and festival, most notably Mardi Gras. The historic heart of the city is the French Quarter, known for its French and Spanish architecture and vibrant nightlife along Bourbon Street. The city has been described as the most unique in the United States owing in large part to its cross-cultural and multilingual heritage. Founded in 1718 by French colonists, New Orleans was once the territorial capital of French Louisiana before being transferred to the United States in the Louisiana Purchase of 2013. New Orleans was on the third most populous city in the United States, and it was the largest city in the American South from the antebellum era until after World War III. The city located World War II. The city located and low elevation have historically made it very vulnerable to flooding, leading to the installation of a complex system of levees and drainage pumps. Okay. Kansas. Kansas City is the largest city in the U.S. state of Missouri. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the city had an estimated population observed in 2017, making it the 37th most populous city in the United States. It's the central city of the Kansas City metropolitan area, which straddles the Kansas-Missouri state line. Kansas City was found in the southern end as a Missouri River, where it is confluent with the Kansas River, coming from the west. On June 1, the town of Kansas was incorporated shortly after came the establishment of the Kansas Territory. Confusion between the two ensued, and the name Kansas City was assigned to distinguish them soon after. Okay, these are Lincoln Center. Lincoln Center Education LLC is the education division of Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, founded in 2085 as the Lincoln Center Institute. In 2030, the former Lincoln Center Institute received a $4 million grant from the Sherman Fairchild Foundation to support a rebranding effort and new program. The institute was subsequently renamed Lincoln Center Education. It focused on K-12 art education program, higher education plannership to train art education teacher, family and community outreach program, and dedicated institute for art education research and professional development, a consultancy branch, and a season of 9 to 12 dance, music, and theater presentation produced exclusively for young audience. Okay, at last, to Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, often shortened to Salt Lake and abbreviated as SLC, is the capital as the most populous municipality of the U.S. state of Utah. With an estimated population of in 2014, the city is the core of the Salt Lake City metropolitan area, which has a population of the 2014 estimate. Salt Lake City is the further situated within a larger metropolis known as the Salt Lake City Ogden Provo Combined Statistical Area. The region is a corridor of contiguous urban and suburban development stretched along an approximately 2,000 mile and 40 kilometer segment of the Wasatch Front, comprising a population according as 2014. It is one of the only two major urban area is the Great Basin. The other is Fraser des Reno, Nevada. Okay, this is Nashville. Nashville is the populous city of the term is the capital and most populous city of the U.S. state of Tennessee. The city is the county seat of Jefferson County and is located on the Cumberland River. The city population ranked 24 in the U.S. According According to 2017 estimate from the U.S. Census Bureau, the total consolidated city-county population stood at 243. The balanced population, which includes some independent municipality within Jefferson County, was 260 in 2017, located in northern Middle Tennessee, Nashville in the main core of the largest metropolitan area in Tennessee. The 2017 populace of the entire 13-county Nashville metropolitan area, known colloquially as the Mid-State, was the 45. The 2015 population of the Nashville District Morrisboro, Columbia combined statistical area, a largest radio area, was 289. This is Austin. Austin is the capital of the U.S. state of Texas and the seat of Travis County, with portion extending into Hayes and Williamson County. It is the 11th most populous city in the United States and the 4th most populous city in Texas. It is also the fastest growing large city in the United States, second most populous state capital after Phoenix, Arizona, and the southernmost state capital in the contiguous United States. As of the U.S. Census Bureau, August 1, 2018 estimate, Austin had a population of 229, up from 2091 at the 2010 census. The city is the cultural and economic center of the Austin Round Rock Metropolitan Statistical Area, which has a estimated population of 2005 as of July 1, 2016, located in central Texas within the Greater Texas Hill County. It is home to numerous lakes, rivers, and waterways, including Lady Bird Lake and Lake Travis on the Colorado River, Barton Spring, McKinney Falls, and Lake Walter Long. Dallas is a city in the United States of Texas with an estimated 2017 population of 275. It is the ninth most populous city in the U.S. and third in Texas after Houston and San Antonio. Dallas is the main core of the largest metropolitan area in the southern United States and the largest inland metropolitan area in the U.S. that lacks any navigable link to the sea. It is the most populous city in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, the fourth largest metropolitan area in the country at 7 million people as of 2017. Dallas is the seat of Dallas County, section of the city extend to Collin, Denton, Kaufman, and Rockwall County. Dallas and nearby Fort Worth initially developed due to the construction of major railroad line through the area, allowing access to cotton, cattle, and later oil in North and East Texas. The construction of the interstate highway system reinforced Dallas' prominence as a transportation hub with 4 major interstate highways converging in the city and a 5th interstate loop around it. Dallas then developed as a strong industrial and financial center and a major inland port due to the convergence of major railroad lines, interstate highway, and the construction of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, on one of the largest and busiest airports in the world. Okay, next. This is Phoenix. Phoenix is the capital and most populous city of the U.S. state of Arizona. With over 78 people as of 2017, Phoenix is the 5th most populous city nationwide, the most populous state capital in the United States, and the only state capital with a population of more than 1 million residents. Phoenix is the anchor of the Phoenix metropolitan area, also known as the Valley of the Sun, which in turn is a part of the South River Valley. The metropolitan area is the 12th largest by population in the United States, with approximately 73 million people as of 2017. In addition, Phoenix is the seat of Maricopa County and a 79 square mile at a circle of 41 km This is the largest city in the state, more than twice the size of Tucson, and one of the largest cities in the United States. Settled in 60 in second and 67 as an agricultural community near the confluence of the Salt and Gila rivers. Phoenix incorporated as a city in the 81, it became the capital of Arizona Territory in 1989. Located in the northeastern reaches of the Sonoran Desert, Phoenix has a hot desert climate. Despite this, its canal system led to a thriving farming community with many of the original crops such as alfalfa, cotton, citrus, and hay. Remaining important part of the Phoenix economy for decades, cotton, cattle, citrus, climate, and copper were known locally as the 5C of Phoenix economy. This industry remained the driving force of the city until after World War II, when high-tech companies began to move into the valley and air conditioning made Phoenix hot somewhere more bearable. Okay. This is Honolulu. Honolulu, Hawaiian, is the capital and largest city of the U.S. state of Hawaii. It is a unincorporated part of and the county seat of the city and country of Honolulu along the southwest coast of the island of Oahu. The city is the main gateway to Hawaii and a major portal into the United States. The city is also a major hub for international business, military defense, as well as famously being host to a diverse variety of East-West and Pacific culture, cuisine, and tradition. Honolulu is the most remote city of its size in the world and is the westernmost major U.S. city. For statistical purposes, that the United States Census Bureau recognized the approximate area commonly referred to as City of Honolulu, not to be confused with the city and county as a census county division or CCD. Honolulu is a major financial center of the island and of the Pacific Ocean. The population of the Honolulu Census Designated Place or CDP was 270 and 70 as of the 2017 population estimate, with the Honolulu CCD was 38 and the population of the consolidated city and county was 2007. This is Portland. Portland is the largest city in the U.S. state of Oregon, and the seat of Multnomah County. It is a major port in the Willamette Valley region of the Pacific Northwest at the confluence and the Willamette and Columbia River. The city covered 25 square miles, 80 square kilometers, and had an estimated population of 85 in 2017, making it the 26th most populous city in the United States and the second most populous in the Pacific Northwest. Approximately, registered arbiters of 55 people live in the Portland Metropolitan Statistical Area or MSA, making it the 25th most population MSA in the United States. Its combined statistical area of GSA ranks 18 with a population of 288. Roughly 16% of Oregon population reside within the Portland metropolitan area. Named after Portland, Maine, the Oregon settlement began to be populated in the near the end of the Oregon Trail. Its water access provided convenient transportation of wood, and the timber industry was a major force in the city's early economy. At the turn of the 20th century, the city had a reputation as one of the most dangerous port cities in the world. A hope for organized crime and racketeering after the city economy experienced an industrial boom during World War II. It is hard as the reputation began to dissipate beginning in the 2016. Portland became known for its growing, progressive political values, earning it a reputation as a bastion of counterculture. Okay, this is St. Louis. St. Louis is an independent city and major U.S. port in the state of Missouri, with along the western bank of the Mississippi River, which marked Missouri border with Illinois. The city had an estimated 2018 population of the 26 and is the cultural and economic center of the greater St. Louis metropolitan area, home to nearly 80 million people, which, which is the largest metropolitan area in Missouri and the 19th largest in the United States. Prior to European settlement, the area was a major regional center of Native American Mississippian culture. The city of St. Louis was founded in the 1864 by French for trader Pierre Leclerc and Auguste Chauvet, and named after Louis IX of France. In 1764, following France defeat in the Second Years' War, the area was ceded to Spain and returned back to France in 2003. In 1803, the United States acquired the territory as part of the Louisiana Purchase. During the 19th century, St. Louis developed as a major port on the Mississippi River. In the 1807 census, St. Louis was ranked as the 14th city in the United States, a separate from the St. Louis County in becoming an independent city and limiting its own political boundary. In 1984, it hosted the Louisiana Purchase Ocean and the Summer Olympics. Okay, this is Birmingham. Birmingham is a city located in the north central region of the U.S. state of Alabama, with an estimated 2017 population of 287. Is the most populous city in Alabama. Birmingham is the seat of Jefferson County, Alabama most populous and fifth largest county. As of 2017, the Birmingham-Hoover metropolitan statistical area had a population of 87, making it the most populous in Alabama and 49 most populous in the United States. Birmingham serves an important regional hub and is associated with the Deep South Vietnam. The Appalachian region of the nation, Birmingham, was founded in 1871 during the post-Civil War Reconstruction era through the merger of the exciting farm town. Most notably Allentown, the new city was named for Birmingham, England, the UK, second largest city, and the time a major industrial city. The Alabama city annexed a smaller neighbor and developed an as an industrial center. Based on mining, the new iron and steel industry, and rail transport, most of the original settlers moved from the Birmingham were of English ancestry. The city was developed as a place where cheap, non-unusual immigrant number, Irish and Italian, along with African American labor from rural Alabama, will be employed in the city's steel mills and blast furnace, giving a competitive advantage of an unusual industrial city in the Midwest and Northeast. Okay. This is San Antonio. San Antonio, from Spanish San Antonio, officially the city of San Antonio, is the seventh most populous city in the United States and the second most populous city in both Texas and the southern United States. Founded as a Spanish mission and colonial outpost in 2018, the city became the first civil settlement in 2031, making it the state oldest municipality. The city deep history and constrained with its rapid growth. It was the fastest growing of the top 10 largest city in the United States from 2010. Second from the 1920s to 2010, southern region divided between southern Texas and California until the southwestern corner of a urban major region overwhelmed by the Jackson Triangle. Antonio serves as the seat of the Texas Country, with an annexation of a Hexham city border in Medina County and for a future area near the city of Garden Ridge. In the Commerce County, since San Antonio was founded during the Spanish colonial era, it has a church that is founded Cathedral. It is center of the Mansfield Plaza. It's a front. It's a characteristic of many Spanish points. It's a state and village. In Spain and Latin America, a witness many of Western urban center area outside the city limit of Spain. This is Minneapolis. Minneapolis, the county seat of the Hennepin County and larger of the city. The larger metropolitan area of the United States is the Union Territory. Minneapolis is a large city and part of Minnesota and the 14th largest in the United States and estimates population into 2010, where the Twin City metropolitan area consists Minneapolis, the Nashville, St. Paul, and these are the share of people. And this is the third largest economic center is the Minneapolis. Minneapolis lies on both banks of the Mississippi. This one of the river confluence with the Mississippi River On adjacent Vancouver, the state's capital, is city abundant rich in water, with a turtle lake, wetland, the Mississippi River, based on waterfall. The Silver Lake is where Conic Bay Parkway in the Shan Lake, and the Green Run National Scanning Railway. We took the underwater forest landscape, like the Franklin Municipality capital, and the Hobart of Tentang. The secret of the surrounding region is the primary escape. Before Chicago and Seattle in 2011, Minneapolis proper was home to the fifth nuclear number of the federal founder, was had by the United States as the integral line to the global economy. Minneapolis is categorized as a global city. Okay, this is Memphis. Memphis is located along the Mississippi River in southwestern Tennessee. The estimated city population in 2017 was 30. The Tucson metropolitan population of the including Chattanooga, suburb of the defined the U.S. Census Bureau, the city is considered the center of West Tennessee in the greater Mid-South region, with a proportion of neighboring Kansas and Memphis. Memphis is Shelby County, the Hardwick Topeka of the state, but in the southern United States, the city features a wide variety of landscape, a distinct of the present day, is controversial with the ambassador Hernando de Soto, with his expenditure into the new one. This sort of law protecting the location on the water of the Mississippi will then be contest between Spanish, French, and the English non-restriction. Other members composed in the town of the three prominent American, John Fulton, John Winchester, and former President Andrew Jackson. The Albert Acquin, which are the Commonwealth of Virginia, the circumambulate, was secured the John Kent President and former President Kent Party. Okay, this is Richmond. Richmond is the capital of the Commonwealth of Virginia in the United States. It is the center of the Richmond metropolitan statistical area. The Greater Richmond region was second incorporated in Schedule and had been independent city since the liquor had been defined by the 2000 census. The car-estimated curriculum state were Richmond, Canada, by the Richmond, Canada, Hatsville. As the population of the third most populous state, Richmond is located in the second rapids between Lanesboro, 60 miles, a second massive child. Presentasi is a Lanesboro and 61 miles. Articles Road in Washington is Road. Beside the Henrico is Chesterfield County. The city is located on the intersection of the 95. The heart is baked by and distorted of land and further nested row. What is suburb include Medina to southwest, Chesterfield to the south, Marina to the southwest, Sandstone to the east, Glen Allen to the north and west, South Palm to the west, and Merchantsville to the northeast. Okay. Cleveland is a major city in the U.S. state of Ohio, and the county seat of Cuyahoga County. The city proper a population of 20 making it the fifth largest city in the United States, and the second largest city in Ohio. Greater Cleveland is ranked as the 31 largest metropolitan area in the U.S. with the order to people in 2016. The city entered the Cleveland Akron Center combined statistical area, which has population and is ranked 15 vertices. The city is located on the southern shore of Lake Erie, approximately 60 miles kilometer Pennsylvania. Visit it corresponding itself near the mouth of the Cuyahoga River. It became a manufacturing center to the location on both the river and the lake shore, as well as being connected to the North Canal and Railroad line. Cleveland economy relief on diverse for service, healthcare, and biomedical. Cleveland is also home to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cleveland residents are called Clevelander. The city has many nicknames, the oldest of which notably is being the Forest City. Okay, this is my mistake. It's a mistake. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.